rig that I've done, which is hanging with a gorilla pod. So I got both my hands. I'm not doing nothing with my hands. I hope that this works out okay. It's going to be interesting. We're going to drive in this video today, and I'm at Garage Mahal right now, and it's one of the only times I'll tell you where I'm parked because we got our ticket here. I cover my license plate up. We got our ticket here, and we're going to go pay for parking and leave. And then we're going to drive north on Las Vegas Boulevard and show you an area that I won't drive in after dark. It won't be dark for another hour. And then we're going to go back to the strip and drive this strip too, because it's just the same old, same old. And I know you guys like the strip, but you must want to see other parts of Vegas, correct, Amundo? So let's flippity-flop the camera, and hopefully this isn't a total disaster. And if it is, we'll make it up to you somehow. Or as Kurt Cobain said in the Unplugged album, if these people don't like it, they're just going to have to wait. And okay, so I can read some comments as we go. Bar crawl, yeah, that'd be cool. Irving Johnson's here. Hey, buddy, I'm sorry that we couldn't meet up when we were in California. We had a lot of business stuff that was going around, and most of my LA, us, running around looking for billboards. Find one, by the way. Linda's here. How you guys doing? I can see super chats. I might not get to read all your chats tonight, but I'll get the banter. We'll be talking as we go. This is Garage Mahal. Usually I'd pay in advance, but I wanted to test if this rig would even work. And so far, so good. There's a $170 vehicle mount you can buy for the DJI OM4. I'm not buying it. I'm not saying I want it even, but this works okay. What can I say? Right? So we did some face mask drop-offs today from VegasFaceMask.com to some folks who are staying out here. What a sunset that is, huh? And we did, one person lives here. Jersey T, buddy, where you been all my life? Nice to see you back here with Juice for the channel. And then we had to go to a hotel, and we had to drop off to the plaza to our friend Mr. A. I won't say his first name in case it's Mr. Adam. It could be... So we're gonna have to pay here. They're really upping their pay game out here. So now it's $7 an hour on the weekends, but hey, capitalism, that's the way it usually works. And I've only been here for a little bit, so let's get this paid up. And then let's see downtown Las Vegas from a car, which you'd usually not see. Let me know what you think and give me a comment and drop me a like on this video. If you think it's, oh wow. If you think it's, oh wow, okay. My stimulus card is out of money. Jerry Diver, thank you, Jerry. My stimulus card ran out of money. Good to know. What do? You can't even check those things easily. It's very hard to do. All right, I'm still good on it on the PayPal. All right, there we go. D'habitude. Please take recept. We got our Recepit, and we're going. We're doing this now. Doesn't accept Canadian cards. Doesn't accept Canadian credit cards? I would be surprised. I mean, you're for you. It's your funeral if you want to do it that way. I think. I don't know. How do Canadians do that? Are we getting another stimulus check? I really doubt it. It doesn't seem like we would be. But hey, maybe. Who knows? It depends on who's running next year. Maybe they need to, you know, stimmy up some votes for themselves. How do we go north on Las Vegas Boulevard? Because we have to get to the other side because we're on Main Street. So what we're going to do is we're going to go around Carson or Bridger. I think Carson. Nope, Carson goes to the Golden Nugget. There you have it, folks. All right, so thank you for joining me on this drive. I thought it would be a different thing to do. And wow, it's the strip. And I don't know how the internet connection is going to be. I have no clue. This is Bridger Avenue. It is not named after famed English YouTube sensation Matt Bridger, by the way. Not at all. And I don't even know if I have an internet connection at this point. Oh, there it goes. I was like, where did everybody go? The chats have completely stopped. What's up, Mr. Matthew Nelson? Nice to see you here. So we have the Golden Nugget to the left of me. The downtown festival grounds are directly ahead of us. And where do we go? How do I get road closed? All right, well, I got to get to the strip somehow. Let's just go to the right turn lane. We're going to loop around and go north on Las Vegas Boulevard because Las Vegas Boulevard goes a long way. We can do that one of two ways. I'm going to kind of try to bypass a lot of the traffic that's going to be downtown with the canopy. And if that's closed off, then that's closed off. This is an interesting area. If you don't pay attention, there's bus lanes and you can't drive in them. You'd be stupid to do so. We can go to Lewis. I think Lewis will take us to Las Vegas Boulevard. That's what I think. Who knows if I'm right. Let me know if you guys are enjoying the format in the way of a like. Hope to bump into you today on the strip. I'm sorry, Mr. JG. Oh man, we got the worst timing. It's like two soulmates that never met. They were just 5 minutes away from each other. They caught the wrong bus. You know, he had to go back and feed the cats. He missed her by that much. You should be well past the bad parts of North Las Vegas before it gets dark. I mean, we're going to show you bad and good. I don't know. Aren't you supposed to be clickbaity? I'm supposed to go driving around the slums in Vegas. The Kraken is, oh yeah, the Kraken. Robert, thank you so much. The Seattle Kraken are going to play their very first NHL game. It's an exhibition game tomorrow. Preseason exhibition. I think the Knights play their first on the 30th or something like that. And I think the Maple Leafs play. Hey, Brianna, how you doing? So yeah, thanks guys for being here with me. Check out our channel sponsor, P9 Magazine, of course. They are out and about on Instagram. And I ran into a channel last night. I was filming something after this with the cinematic mode on my phone just to test it out. And ended up running into a channel, and the guy was they were like very mild mannered about it. He's like, oh yeah, I got a channel too. It's called Oxide. And I looked it up, and it's like this big, giant channel with 147,000 subscribers. So, oh, the Leafs are playing tonight. Oh, there you go. It is tonight, 3-1. Yeah, they're trying to take a revenge. If the Leafs could just play like now, like they play that way in the playoffs, you guys might have been in their Stanley Cup final. I've seen the Kings play in their Ontario Reign affiliate tomorrow. Oh, do they? Is that how that works? I don't know. Preseason is confusing this year. Hopefully the travel schedule and the COVID. I mean, look, they're letting athletes travel across the border. That's what matters the most. So that's important. We do have our water here as well. Hit that like button, folks. That would be kind of you. If you guys could do that. We're looking at this is the courts, the federal court in front of us. So this is the federal courthouse that you're looking. So people doing things in the federal government, or if you're doing a citizenship oath, that's where they would swear you in a federal courtroom out here. All right, now we're getting back on where we gotta be. Why did I not go down Bridger? Is it closed? Oh man, it's so bouncy, isn't it? So right lane must turn right. We're getting back to the strip right now. That's the important part. Yeah, Bridger is completely closed off. Doing a concert out there. Son of a bitch, that's loud. All right, this is Las Vegas Boulevard. U.S. District Court. There you go. Don't end up in there for anything. There was a time on the live stream when all the gates were like locked. They were locked. They locked the gates open. And I was walking up there and I had like these federal security guards like walk up to me pretty mad that I was there. And I'm like, dude, I didn't see anything. Like I didn't see any signs. You're not supposed to be here. And then when we came down, I noticed that somebody had literally, oh man, it's so bumpy. Somebody had literally taken padlocks and padlocked the gates open. So they were open locked, not closed locked. Man, it's really bad. I have a really bad suspension in my car, by the way. If this doesn't look like ass, I'll be very happy. So this is the corner of Las Vegas Boulevard and Fremont Street. We walk down here all the time. Thank you for that, Martin D. And thank you guys for the juice for the channel. That helps a lot too these days, especially. So we can see Fremont Street over there. Man, it's a clear, crystal clear day today. Right now it is 91 degrees. I think we had a high today of around 93. Gonna be a low of 75 tonight. And then coming into next week, highs of 82 and a low of 64. No play for you. How you doing? Nice to see you guys out here. Of course, this is also brought to you by VegasFaceMask.com. No S at the end. And Sweet Caroline makes the masks. We're wearing football stuff there. Buy one at 25, get this for free in that case. We're not selling you these exactly. VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end. All handmade. Sent out to you if you still need a mask. Pick one up. Well, you know, buy one. That's what that means. Chris Hope is here. What's up, Chris? How you doing, buddy? Nice to see you. All right, I should probably put my phone also into Do Not Disturb mode because I haven't done that. Last thing we need is somebody calling us in the middle of the stream. It'll ruin the stream. Oh, bumpity bump. This seemed like a good idea at the onset. Hopefully we don't have this horrible cottage cheese road that Vegas is known for. Some of the worst roads. One of the things I was most impressed in California about was how nice the roads were in LA. They're all like basically brand new in most of the areas we drove in. I'm sure there's some bad areas as well. So as we go down, we're going to go down Las Vegas Boulevard. This is going north. And I know what I will do next time. Next time I'm going to pull this down with some kind of a bungee cord so this won't bounce around as much. If there's a next time. Yeah, we're driving. Man, this road is really bad. We got the marshals. They've pulled somebody over beside us here. Nope, they've not. They're just dealing with some... I think the police calls these transient people. I can't pull it over that much. I won't try. Drive near the residential Koreatown in Los Angeles. Horrible roads. Well, there you go. So this is the entrance to the 515 south. This is like a ring road, 95, 93. If you take this road, 95 south, you go to Arizona. You take it north, you end up in Tahoe. This isn't that bad. So Bonanza, oh, it says we're approaching U.S. vets to my right on Bonanza. Very nice. Yeah, so this gets unglamorous real fast. If you guys have been watching the channel for any discernible amount of time, you guys know that I covered this. We did a full-on like video of the homeless type of areas. We're gonna drive right past them, and it's gonna be on our right-hand side in a minute. I'll tell you about it, but we're not down here to exploit homeless folks. That's not the point of this video. We're just driving around Las Vegas to do something new and show you guys a change of scenery for once. That was a smooth move, buddy, because the middle lane is now the turn lane. Just turn from the middle and everything will be okay. So they call this the cultural corridor, which is kind of funny. Bow and Arrow Motel. These are some old signs if you see in the middle of the road here. And these are, the Neon Museum is right to our right now. And I wanted to record there, but they have a minimum $200 if you're gonna go and try to do anything, if it's just like a personal photo shoot or video shoot. And that's their minimum. And then they're like, contact us if you want rates on commercial. And they do consider vloggers commercials. So I can imagine what they would charge. And you know, it's like, hey, it wouldn't be a live stream, it'd be a film and edit and post. And it's like, Steven, where are we driving tonight? Nice to see the unglamorous side of Vegas. We're driving north right now on Las Vegas Boulevard. So the Strip is a small little area that the county has basically called this, like, the Strip. That's the Las Vegas Strip. The Las Vegas Strip's only about 5 miles from north to south. The rest of it is Las Vegas Boulevard. And it goes pretty darn far. It goes all the way to the state line in California from here. So about, what, 45 miles from the south point of Mandalay Bay. And I'm not sure how far north it goes, but it goes all the way to Nellis Air Force Base. To the right of us, we have the old Mormon fort in Las Vegas. So that's one of the first settlements out here. WZUP on the air with K-Love618. What's up? So what was I saying? I lost track of what I was saying. It doesn't matter. So Stephen Share Lake is here. Nice to see you, buddy. Hopefully you're keeping well out there and your weather is changing nicely and it's not too cold where you are. I know where you are. So you can see the old Binion's Horseshoe. That's the old Binion sign. It used to be called Binion's Horseshoe. Now it's just Binion's Gambling Hall because they sold the Horseshoe brand years ago. There's a cemetery to our right. Okay. It's called bunkers, mortuaries, cemeteries. And then there's an ice cream store called Flavors. That's the one you see right over here. Not even kidding. Flavors. And you can see homeless folks. This is really unfortunate. But I told you I'd show you something new. You can see them to my left and also to my right. And this is the homeless plaza area on 4 Master Lane. So it's not as bad as it has been, but it's pretty bad. I have to get into this lane with this truck past me. I'm purposely going slower than I should be. All right, so right now we have a fork in the road. Don't worry, I won't run over it and destroy my tires. LOLOL. We're going to go to Las Vegas Boulevard North by turning to the left here a little bit. And now, welcome to the city of North Las Vegas, folks. Yeah, that's where we are. And the mayor of North Las Vegas is actually running for governor of California. Oh, wow, that's quite the jump in politics. Now he's running for the governorship of Nevada right now. His name is James Lee, I think it is. James Lee. He's running on the Republican ticket. His claim to fame is that he owned a plumbing business in Vegas, made a lot of money on that business. And then when he came into the mayoralship in North Las Vegas, it was after the big giant implosion in the government and in the financial markets in 2008. So what had happened was the city of North Las Vegas, all the people in the government wrote themselves massive compensation plans and retirements and all this stuff. They were upside down underwater, losing hundreds of millions of dollars a year. And this guy managed to balance the budget in his first year. Turned him from going from the red to the black. So, he's saying that he's friendly economically. We got Jerry's Nugget to my left. Jerry's Nugget is one of those casinos where dealers go when they first start dealing. So it's a little locals place. And strip clubs like the Palomino is this red roof thing here to my right. World famous Palomino. And there's I think the Palomino is one of the ones where it's fully nude, I think. And I'm not really sure. But if it's fully nude, that means that they don't have alcohol, because that's the law here. But there is one or two of them, it might be Palomino, that is fully nude with alcohol, because they're grandfathered into an old law. So this is North Las Vegas, my friends. My goodness, huh? So let's see if I can see some comments here. Fully nude, and they do serve alcohol. There you go, Mr. Uber is correcting me on that. Why do you have such knowledge on the nudity and the alcohol? Have fun in the casino. See the nighttime shows in Vegas, Garrett says. Steven still has California's mind after being there. Yeah, I left my heart in San Francisco, but I didn't go there. Awesome idea to show this. Jeffrey is here. Say hi, Days. Okay, what's the name of the cemetery Red Fox buried at? I don't know. Greetings to you and your family from Scotland. Alex the Third is here. Mr. Uber dropped me there last week. I don't drink no more, brother. And I'm all nervous. The girls at the Palomino wouldn't like me. I'd be a wallflower. Hey, Steven, good to see you taking a new tack on the live stream concept. Well, somebody in my chat left me like a literal 1,000-word comment. You can put a 1,000-word comment into YouTube. Do it. I dare you. Brighton, UK is here. Cool. And he was saying, show something new. And I'm like, well, people won't watch. Well, this is my experiment. Will people watch? How about them Cardinals? Which Cardinals? The Arizona Cardinals or the, well, I guess that's it. Arizona Cardinals. St. Louis Cardinals. Gas is $3.89 a gallon. And that's for regular. You can get it cheaper. I think it's $3.59 a gallon at Sam's Club. Something like that, or Costco. But then you need a membership card, right? And every 10 cents, if your tank's 10 gallons, is $1 per fill. Silver Nugget is on the left. That's very correct there, Jeffrey. Good on you. So we have a City Hall for North Las Vegas. That's the big building you see in the distance on the right-hand side. And we're going to drive north for a while and show you guys this area. Best value dining. Silver Nugget. No, it's not on the left. It's on the right, but the sign is on the left. So what do I know about it anyways? Wrangler Grill. It sounds really good. I wonder if they have a sponsorship with Wrangler Jeans, and if they don't, they have to fire their marketing person. So we're got a 35 speed limit here too. Look at these little businesses. This looks like LA in some areas, I'm sure. If you guys are from SoCal, you know what I'm talking about. Or Arizona, like older areas. But North Las Vegas is an older area. Gotta remember that too. And up here, there's the Broadacre swap meet, which I showed you on Google Maps, on Google Earth a couple weeks back or a month or two ago. So I highly recommend that if you come out to Vegas and you have the means to do so on the weekend, you check out the Broadacre swap meet. You get a lot of stuff that you never knew you wanted. I like to see the See Me side of things. Looks like 909 Riverside. Cool. There you go. It's 91 out there, but it's cool in here. So yeah, the buses do service out here. I wouldn't take a bus out here, guys. And the reason why is that this is a lower income neighborhood, and it's really easy to get robbed on a bus. What they'll do is, since the bus has a back door and a front door, they just watch when you're not looking and the bus is stopping, and they run back and they grab stuff out of your hand and run out the back door. It happened to me in San Diego, actually, near Balboa Park, of all places. I had an iPod boosted from me, but that was a long time ago. I've since become a little less naive. A little less. This is Cary Ave at Las Vegas Boulevard North. Aztec Stereos. Like, how do you have a stereo business that stays open? I guess they install stereos. We're in Vegas right now. If you're just joining us, we're going north on Las Vegas Boulevard, and we're on the Strip, technically. Well, no, we're not on the Strip, but we're on Las Vegas Boulevard. The roads get a lot tamer here with a lot less potholes and dig-ups and crap. But some of these businesses out here, just take a look. This is what you see when you get out to this area. 99.9% Rosette better than chances of finding a hot chip on the Strip, keeping them away from the casino. Balboa Park is shady. Lots of things happen there that you may not want to know. I know, but it's a beautiful place, and they got water lilies and old Spanish architecture, so I'm a sucker for that. Look at the Barker Hotel. Stay at that place, will you? Open lot, used car sales. There's no cars for sale. So yeah, this at one point, this is a more dangerous part of Las Vegas too. They have more crime out here. But then there's some areas here where in 1 minute you're driving and everybody's wearing blue and red and looking at each other like they're angry. And then the next minute, 5 minutes later, you're like, what happened? Why are the houses so nice? Squinky, dollars for gas. Thank you, Squinky. I appreciate you. This old RAV4 doesn't get good gas mileage anymore. I think it's on its last legs. We'll have to get something when we're rich and famous. Broad Acres is up on our right-hand side, and it's huge, and it goes all the way down. And they're actually open tonight. If they didn't have such a hardcore anti-filming policy, I would definitely show you guys this place. No, they're not open tonight. They're open during the day. This place on the right-hand side is a great swap meet. You can see if it looks like any other swap meet with all those roofs, canvas tents. But the reason they have this really, really harsh anti-filming policy is because of all the counterfeits. I mean, they have a ton of counterfeit goods out there, man. You don't want to get that on camera. There was like a crackdown on it from the feds at some point in the past. We're talking like 15 years ago. Now, if you try to take out anything and take other than a photo, they ask you to put your phone away or leave, which I understand because the management can't help what people put in their stalls to a certain point. But, you know, hey, man, it's 2021. Everybody's going to be doing some filming. Everybody. Just tuned in. Are you headed to Nellis Air Force Base? Yeah, we'll go all the way up there. Why not? This is like an area that I'm not familiar with as well. I've very seldom gone north of that Broad Acres swap meet. Okay? Once we're done this, we're going to go all the way back, of course. We're going to go all the way back to the main strip. We're going to drive Las Vegas Boulevard and stuff like that too. Feral happy because I'm happy. Yeah, how would I play that? I only have one phone. Oh, man. Nice to see you guys here. The bus shelters in North Las Vegas are pretty cool, though, aren't they? I mean, isn't that neat? If you notice, these are all different heights, so people can't sleep on them. Shadow, I did see the awesome... Shadow sent me photos of a place called the Madonna Inn in California. And apparently he said it's booked out 3 years in advance. It looks fantastic. I love it. If you're just joining us today, we're driving. Don't forget the race out at the Speedway. Oh, yeah, it might be bad traffic. Well, I got nothing but time on my hands. Looks neat, but sure if traps the wind on a rainy... It might, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're driving north-south right now. So if the wind was going from the west to the east, yeah, you're going to have some serious issues there, right? Yeah, northwest. Yeah, so if the wind's coming from the north, that's a miserable place to be, or from the west. If it's a cold wind, that's a miserable place to be sitting waiting for a bus. If it's coming from the east, who cares? But, you know, hey, we got some windy days. The average wind speed, because Steve, he took Vegas off of his list of places to move to because I looked it up. The average wind speed here is 9.6 miles per hour. changed over the year, which makes it average city. It's not SoCal. SoCal has very little wind. It rains, it pours in Southern California. When it rains, it pours here, but only for about 4 minutes. Let's see here. What's this? How's the traffic during football games? Out here? Oh, it's peachy. There's no football anywhere near us. By the Raiders Stadium, it's not good, but as long as you're not doing something stupid like trying to drive on Russell Road or Hacienda, you're fine. If you go as far north as Decatur, generally I've noticed it's okay. Does the Madonna Inn have themed rooms like the Vogue room? They have like a virgin room for all the newlywed couples because, you know, women still keep their virginity till after marriage, right? Hitchin Post Motel. Man, there's some stuff out here. And if you're from SoCal, you'll notice the Sweet James billboard on my right. Those guys have law offices here too. It's the same one you see in Southern California, I noticed. So we're going north. I'm not really all that familiar with this part of the city, so it's as much of an adventure as it is for me and it is for you guys that we're doing this. Still a 35 or no, it's 45. So I do have to speed up a bit here, guys. I can't be driving 35. I'll get pulled over eventually, and then all bets are off. You can see live stream me getting a ticket or something stupid like that. Steve D, you are right on the wind. I mean, but is that a reason not to come here? I'm not sure. I mean, there's a billboard when you hit the 15 after Cajon Pass coming to Vegas that says home price is $275 per square foot less. What that means is that if you had 1,000 square feet of home in Vegas, your home is worth $275,000 less. That's crazy. I can't text and drive. I'm not texting. My hands are both free. There's so what there is out here too is there's a hotel furniture place out here. I think Arlo was mentioning it. There's a hotel furniture place out here where when the hotels renovate and they get rid of all of their old stuff, these guys will buy it up in bulk. They act as an intermediary to overseas buyers. A lot of resorts in Southeast Asia buy Vegas hotel property stuff and like beds, sofas, televisions. They buy all that stuff up in bulk and then they resell it. So there's that. And you can buy stuff here too. You know, if you ever want to have a bed from Bellagio or Caesar's Palace, those are cool themed beds sometimes. You can get those here for not a lot, a couple $100. You can buy couches and sofas out here. They're heavy. We have one in our house. It's from Treasure Island. It weighs about 600 pounds. It's a little, like it's a love seat. It's not even a full-on sofa. It weighs like 600-700 pounds. The thing is a beast to move. Your movers will hate you if you have it. So let's see. I can't see where my juice came from. I don't think I missed any super chats. What's up, Stephs? Being pulled over going under the speed limit would be embarrassing. Is Amazon out here? Yeah, there are Amazon fulfillment centers in North Las Vegas. I think a couple of them actually. Amazon, there's a lot of warehousing out here as well. There's an airport in North Las Vegas, of course, but we're not near it. It has its own airport. Smaller planes go in and out. It's a bed, no, 600 or 700 pounds for a love seat, a sofa, a short sofa. And you realize, like, the reason they're so heavy and they're built so excessively is because people are going to be using those for years at a time. My pop helped build over 100 houses in North Las Vegas in the 50s. Shadow, he was building this area back in the day, man. Where's the racetrack? The racetrack's even further north of here. I mean, I could probably pull up directions on my watch, but there's a race going on this weekend. It's not a place we want to really be at. Looking to buy an Ascaya or McDonald Ranch. Why? I mean, those are nice areas if you have the money, but there's also more, like you get a lot more house in some parts of the city. I'm not saying don't live in Ascaya, but that's a really high-end area. But that's like saying Beverly Hills and La Jolla are high-end. Why live there? You could live there. They're beautiful areas, but very expensive, very expensive. We're driving north on Las Vegas Boulevard right now. We're probably a good 10 miles away from downtown Las Vegas if I were to fathom a guess. I just want to show you that it's not all glitz and glamour on Las Vegas Boulevard. You pay what you get for. Well, and that's the thing though, if you buy those homes, you're not necessarily getting a better home than you would get if you bought an existing resale in say Summerlin. You know, Summerlin's a nice area, and it's going to be less money per square foot. But you know what? If you've got the money, who the hell am I to say anything to you? Spend it where you want it, man. I don't care. Be happy. That's all that matters. I have no idea. Is that Nellis? Oh, that's Nellis. We just passed the entrance to Nellis on our right-hand side, folks. I should have pointed that out. So we're right by Nellis Air Force Base right now. Mike O'Callahan. Oh, they named the military hospital after Mike O'Callahan. That's the same as they named the bridge, the Tillman O'Callahan Bridge. I think that's the same Mike O'Callahan that they named it after in Arizona. One half of it is Pat Tillman, the NFL player that went to war in Iraq, Afghanistan, and got killed by friendly fire. I think the other one is O'Callahan, the same one. The clouds are beautiful out here. We got these amazing skies in Nevada, don't we? So look at this. We're still on Las Vegas Boulevard. We're on the 4700 block of Las Vegas Boulevard North right now. And it just opens up. Now we have a 55 mile an hour. Now we're up to 55. Following the clouds. It does look like I'm following the clouds. And they appear a lot nicer on the camera than they do to my ojos, my eyes. Oh, man. 55. I gotta turn around here soon. So I'm assuming Amazon is what you're seeing to the left here. I gotta assume that those are Amazon warehouses because of the baby blues. It's the same as the Apple color. But I mean, pretty hilarious that you figure it's one thing or the other with these connections, man. It's like I should be back. You figure the raceway's on our left, by the way. So we're getting to where we have to turn around anyways, because I'm not going to drive in traffic near it. Nellis Air Force Base truck traffic area 2, gate 1 mile. We're going to turn around here, and the reason we're going to do that is, and there's nobody behind me, we're going to turn around here because you can see the raceway. That's literally it right there. That's it right there. And I don't want to be going in to fight that traffic. So look at the parking lot for this. Yeah, this has got to be an Amazon warehouse. I shouldn't have probably done that turn in the middle of the road like that, but it's better than being stuck in traffic for 40 minutes in front of it. Look at the sky now. Holy smokes, artichokes. Yeah, it's probably, I should have not done that turn. I understand, okay. This would also, I think, be an Amazon. Yeah, that's got to be what that is. These are the two warehouses, I'm guessing. Big, big, big. Yeah, well, I mean, I did a Vegas bet there, a bet turn. We're betting that there's nobody there. You can see the strip is way in the distance, from a distance. U-turns are legal, but I don't think it's legal to make a U-turn in the middle of a road like that. That was a stupid thing of me to do. And I don't know who the sheriff is of North Las Vegas. It's a fully separate. You got to realize, like, North Las Vegas is a full city. It has its own city council, its own mayor. It has its own budget, its own government. This is North Las Vegas right now. Nellis is on our left-hand side, and we have just like commercial stuff. It might even be Nellis on our right-hand side. Henderson is a beautiful area too. We could drive to Henderson on one of these streams too, since this one seems to be working around pretty good. Skechers has a building in Riverside County off of 60 freeway. Feels like it's a mile long. I bought a pair of Vans, and they shipped them from Riverside, California. So Vans apparently too. I was in the store. They're like, we don't have them, but we can have them in 4 days. They'll come from Riverside, California. So we're driving right now in North Las Vegas. We're now going south. Arlo has told me that that was a legal U-turn. I feel better. Green Valley Ranch. Yeah, well, we're going to have to sneak a camera into Green Valley Ranch. Hello from Riverside. Hello, Riverside. Sounds like something Ted Nugent or Gene Simmons would scream. Hello, Riverside! Are you ready to rock? I said, are you ready to rock? Fontana's here. We got a lot of Cali folks in here. Y'all in here because you want to see if it's better to live in Vegas, right? Right? All right, we're coming down to, that's it. Yeah, so we're right at the entrance of Nellis on our left-hand side right now. Let's go down Las Vegas Boulevard. We'll see what we can see on the south end here. Arnold likes Riverside, does he? I know what you're fishing for. You want an Arnold voice. So this is Craig. Now, we're not going to drive off into the weeds too much here. I have a horrible sense of direction, but there's just condos and little places, little hotels. There's an airport near us here too. Is a cave in Vegas affordable? A cave? I don't know what you mean by that. The median home price right now is like $390,000. Last year at this time it was $320,000, and it's just gone up. So if you hesitated to buy last year because you were expecting an implosion in the market, it never came, and there probably won't ever be an implosion. It would be an adjustment. The prices will come down, but the way the laws are written and stuff like that now, I don't see it happening. Screw Arnold. I like freedom. Yeah, freedom. Screw your freedom. Oh. Man, oh man. So we're driving down south now on North Las Vegas Boulevard. Lots of land out here. It's not zoned for casinos, I don't think, though. So, no, there will not be an extension of the strip this way comes. The sky is really nice, isn't it? Yep. We have some pretty sunsets out here, too. Let's see here. I knew a girl named Freedom. Oh, boy. I don't want to hear the stories that come after that. Palomino Strip Club is out that way. It is. We'll drive past it in a minute. We drove past it coming in. The world famous nudie bar, fully nude with, I guess, alcohol, because that's the one. They got to be. So if you go to like Little Darlings, I know that the newer ones don't serve alcohol if they're fully nude. Just the topless bars do. But the Palomino is, I believe, grandfathered in so they can serve alcohol as well. But you got to get out here. And I don't know what the girls look like. I know nothing about it. Nate Tannenbaum. Yeah, we got some good weather forecasters in Vegas. One of the guys is Les Crittenden, and I used to watch him in Canada on the Weather Network. In Canada, it's like the Weather Channel, but they call it the Weather Network. And I used to watch him in Canada, and then I moved to Vegas, and there he was on Vegas TV doing like one of the news report weather forecasts. I'm like, what? Strippers are trashy, are they? Or are they people? I think strippers are people. No, or I'm not getting all woke on you guys, but strippers do what they gotta do, and they're not all what the movies want them to make them out to be. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Oh, running the yellow. All right. So we're going down back towards downtown Las Vegas. Let's see here. Exactly. You can't say that. I mean, I could say that everybody who sells used cars is a scumbag, but what about the guy working at Mercedes selling a certified pre-owned Mercedes with a warranty and a transparent price? He's not a scumbag, is he? Well, maybe. Who knows? You should see how many 7-Elevens are in Thailand. So 7-Eleven got really big. You're in Thailand? First of all, that is awesome. 7-Eleven got really big in Asia. They were always big in Japan. And then they started franchising out in Asia. Thailand was big. Philippines was big. We went out there, and it was a big deal to find a 7-Eleven around 2010. And then went back there several years later. They were everywhere. One family owns like all of them, and they had just literally 1,000+ 7-Eleven stores across the country. And in a country with only like 3 big cities, Manila, Cebu, and Davao, it's like, what? That's nuts. Like, it just happened within a matter of a few years. So we're driving south on North Las Vegas Boulevard right now. Thank you guys for checking into the stream with us. Jollibees are everywhere. Yeah, well, that's a given. I believe Jollibee's now owned by a Chinese company too, by the way. It's really big in China as well. There's a Jollibee here. There's 3 of them, I think. One off South Rainbow has one. There's one off of West Sahara. That's 2. And then there's one that I know of for certain in Seafood City off Maryland Parkway. That's 3. I don't know of any others here Jollibee has great gravy. They have arguably decent chicken. Been to Jollibee's on Decatur. Decatur. Is it Jollibee's on Decatur? I don't know. Maybe there's 4 here then. Dunk's got nothing on Thai 7-Eleven, and I'm from 617. Okay. I like the 7-Eleven Undercover Boss episode. That was a good show. Humble those rich men. You know, in Japan, it's traditional for the CEOs to come down at least one day out of the year or something. I don't know how often they do it, and they work on the assembly line with their employees to show them that they don't forget their roots. You went on the Rainbow one, yeah. It's like in Decatur. I know Decatur. I've driven up and down Decatur 100 gazillion times. I was just on Decatur today. So we got a taco truck on the left, on the right that sounds really switched on. Nobody out here to eat at it though. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Devin. How you doing, buddy? We got a commissary. It looks like a food bank out here. It might be. So yeah, we're again at Broad Acres. You don't realize how long you drove until you realize, crap, we've been driving for 41 minutes and 48 seconds. So we have our Poker Palace gambling. So Poker Palace is another place where dealers will go and just start learning the game. You know, let's zoom in a little bit. There you go. Now you guys can see some stuff better, I guess. Poker Palace Casino. That's a dealer's training kind of casino. Get placement there. And all these like nice walkways go over North Las Vegas Boulevard. I wish they did that in more areas because it would take the pedestrians off the streets and mitigate the risk of people running into them, which would be nice. So as we drive south, you'll notice like it's pretty unremarkable out here. You have a lot of stuff that low-income neighborhoods have, like dollar loan centers, storage places, Dollar Generals. Just like any town USA until you run into the downtown Las Vegas area, and then you're now in Vegas, you know. How much money does a dealer make? According to the guys at CEG, I did by the way, if you like that question, that's a great question. Look on my channel for the last month I did a video, Casino Quest. You could probably just type in Leaving Las Vegas Casino Quest into YouTube search bar. So they can make $70,000, $80,000, $100,000 a year. They're paid off of a combination of tips and hourlies. Some places share tips, some places don't, pooling tips, but they're not just, you know, in Vegas. I mean, there's dealers in lots of different states that they place out here in Vegas too. But you got to work your way up, of course, you know, and you start in these smaller places so you get to know a variety of different scenarios and different players that you'll have to deal with and get to hone your skills and learn every game in the casino you can. That's what those guys were saying, because it really makes a big difference. Watch me get into an accident because I'm not looking. I am completely hands-free. It's a little bit herky-jerky in some parts because there's terrible freaking road construction. They just tear it up and then re-tear it up again. And you figure since we don't have any weather, like we don't have ice and snow to rip these up. Evo Leo, where have you been, man? I've missed you. Here's for 2 gallons of gas. Thank you, Evo Leo. We got our gas fund for the juice on the channel tonight. That's it. There you go. You guys want to donate gas? That would be cool. Appreciate you guys. So we're at the Silver Nugget that's over to our left-hand side. That's another small little casino that you would go to. 458 people watching. Please subscribe if you guys haven't done it. So we're trying something completely different here on at least this channel. I'm sure I'm not the first one to mount a camera and drive around, but hey, that road. Well, see, Minnesota though, in Minnesota. Hey Marge, we're gonna take the F-150 out. Did we get the new tires on Marge? Did we get our new tires on the truck? Gotta deal with these damn roads, Marge. You know why? That's my Minnesota thing. Oh, Square Bet is here. What's up, Square Bet? Speaking of tips, here's one for you. Thank you, buddy. Woo! Juice for the channel. Thank you so much, guys. Those are really great. I'm so grateful for those. Minnesota and where I'm from in Calgary, Canada, you guys will have the same deal. You know, what happens is it snows, it melts, it freezes. Water, of course, goes into the concrete, freezes, frozen water expands, asphalt. I mean, it only lasts so long, but out here we don't have that problem, you know? We don't have that problem. But we still have cruddy roads. Out here, a lot of it could be alleviated, I believe, by building the roads out of concrete, but they don't do that. The interstate's concrete, I think, out here. I'm not sure. Concrete roads don't do well in places with ice and snow. They kind of tear apart. Let's see what we got here. Like, thank you. We don't talk like that in southern Minnesota. No, you don't. I know. Pistol, I know, bro. I gotta do their accents, you know. Minnesota High School Hockey Hero Awards. You got a mullet, man. That's a hockey hair. Do more of these outside the strip so we can see the rest of Vegas. Night raver. Cool, man. Sounds good. Or lady. I don't know which one you are. Whatever happened to Intel Wild? I haven't seen him in the chat. I don't know. I reached out to him. He's not too interested in watching my channel anymore, but I like Intel Wild. We talked a lot about technology. He's a super smart dude. Super nice guy. I miss him or having him around. I miss Intel Wild. He's a nice guy. And we had a personal, like, text relationship, and I would talk to him about stuff. I'd certainly be showing him all the new iPhone features, but people change, and I guess right now is not right. It's not a time for us to talk. So there you go. All right, we're driving. We're driving. As we go, 35 zone. Don't go too fast. That's perfect for a live stream, though. All right, Intel Wilds is on that other channel. I'm sure he is. He still watches Vegas. The guy still loves Vegas, but he doesn't like me because we had a situation with mods, and I try to make everybody happy. I really do. And I've reached out, and I've had other people reach out to him, but it wasn't meant to be. God decided it wasn't meant to be. We just passed the Palomino on our left, by the way. We get to talking about good old friends of mine that I wish would come back into my life, but I can't force them. And said some 7-Eleven Slurpee juice from Paul. Thank you, Paul. I appreciate you, brother, man. Main Street South, South Las Vegas Boulevard South. We got to get into the middle lane. This is a tricky intersection if you don't know where you're going, and if there's cars around you, you will get lost. So we got to be in the middle lane because one goes to Main Street and the other one goes to Las Vegas Boulevard. Intel is hanging out in City family. I'm glad he's still okay. That's good. And now I'm not going to answer anymore about him because you guys know that I still wish he would talk to me, but he doesn't want to. And there you go. Okay, so Las Vegas Boulevard South. Let's get to the Strip, baby. The funny thing is, you'll never get to the Strip coming in north from here, I don't think, unless you literally take back roads all the way in from, like, Utah and California. It's not a place you're ever going to come down. This is not going to be your introduction to Vegas. It's always going to be on the 15 or the 95. No matter how you come into the city on a major roadway. Okay, so again, to our right here, you can see, we couldn't see this before. This is 4 Master Lane. This is where all the Catholic charities are. They have built 2 giant tents out here, which they didn't have before. This is the Catholic charities. This is the homeless problem in Vegas. No, I'm not German in Venice. No, we're not Skid Row. No, but it still sucks to see this kind of stuff. You know, nobody wants to see this. It's not glamorous. This is what it is. You know? Somebody says lock the doors. I don't presuppose that homeless people are ever going to steal from me. They're just human beings, and they have enough problems in their life. Gas Fun from Verna. Thank you, Verna. You are super sweet, and we appreciate you very, very much. And, you know, it's been better and it's been worse out here. And I have to tell you right now, it's actually not as bad as it's been in the past. Not as bad. Irving, I hope you heard me before. I know you texted me. We were running around like crazy in LA. I'm so sorry we couldn't meet up with you, and I would have liked that. Maybe next time we go out that way, because we didn't know where we were going. It was very, very hectic. My channel sponsor had specific things I had to do at specific times. Oh, by the way, this is going to sound bizarre to everybody watching, but if you know a business that wants to be on the billboard at Resorts World, or if you know anybody in New York that wants to be on a billboard in Times Square, I am now the official agent for them. So there is space available. Missy Moo from Canada again. So I can get you on a billboard at Resorts World, the billboard at Resorts World, or in Times Square. And they've given me a position where I can actually make money that way. So if you know anybody who's serious about it, the rates are not cheap. Hit me up. Missy Moo has a YouTube channel for kids you might want to check out. It's a children's channel, so you can't comment on the videos, but you go over, and if you have the little ones and you're doing like the iPad thing to settle them down in the grocery store, maybe you turn them on to the Missy Moo channel, because there's so many good content creators out there. Your kids might like it. You never know. Maybe you like it. Maybe that's how you roll. Looks like Kensington. Pardon me, in Philadelphia. Wow. I'm breathing in this air conditioning, and it's really messing my lungs up. So yeah, so I can get you on a billboard in Resorts World, or I can get you a billboard in Times Square, or even LA. Technically, is the Stratosphere north end of the Strip? Yes. Is this a lazy stream SoCal? I guess if you call it that, sure. Technically, the Stratosphere is not on Las Vegas Boulevard, the Strip. It's on Las Vegas Boulevard, but not on the Strip. Meaning that the Strip stops, as far as the county and all the government agencies are concerned, the Strip stops at Sahara, and it goes south to Hacienda. And then that's the Strip. And so Las Vegas Boulevard obviously considerably continues on. So the Stratosphere's done a few different things. What they've done is they built a sign that says, "Welcome to the city of Las Vegas," with the showgirls and the neon. So it makes you think that you're still on the Strip, but they're not. They've lobbied for this. And then the city counteracted it by building the arches right at the Stratosphere. Steve D, please say happy birthday to Irving Jackson. You mixed up Irving Johnson with Jackson. Oh my God, I'm sorry, I'm driving and I got my thing. Irving Jackson, happy birthday, dude. Happy birthday, Irving. You're awesome for being here with me. I appreciate you, man. And thank you guys for watching me. And the Strip, Las Vegas Boulevard does end at the state line, California. It does. And you can drive all the way down there. You'll go out through Prim and Jean, Nevada. There's talk of building another airport in Nevada once ours, McCarran or whatever the hell they call it in the future. They're trying to change the name to Harry Reid International. But once the one here reaches capacity of movements, meaning airplanes landing and taking off, it's not passengers they worry about. It's airplane movements. So this is north of downtown. You see the 7-Eleven? We even do Vegas-y 7-Elevens. So once that hits too many airplane movements, be it cargo, whatever, they use North Las Vegas for a lot of cargo too, then you're going to have to open another airport. But you have to build one, and it's like a giant process, man. It's environmental impact statements and studies, and they have to look at the soil, and they have to... So, I mean, that's like a decade out. But before... I'm on the struggle bus tonight. But before, you know, the Vegas... 2008 implosion, it was in talks. It was in talks. So it'll happen eventually, I feel. But it may not be any time that you'll use it, depending on how old you are. You might be flying in there when you're in your 60s. Could be 20 plus years away, who knows. I missed a super chat. I thought I got Steve D, and if it was a $2 super chat, I wouldn't have seen it pinned to the top. Missy Moo, what's the temperature in Vegas right now? According to Siri and Apple, it's 90 degrees right now. It's going to be a low of 73. Man, that's nice. I feel like I can finally crack the window open. But not too much, because I worry about the cats trying to get out. Because they're cats, and they're not the smartest of creatures, unless they want food, in which case they all become the most highest functioning thing on the planet. Blackjack woke me up last night. And it scared the hell out of me. I had this weird dream there was another, like a person in my room, like an intruder. I flipped out. It sucked. All right, this is Fremont Street Experience. And we're going to go down south on the Strip. West of the Rockies. East of the Rockies, dial 1-800. West of the Rockies, dial... Got 551 people watching, only 266 likes. I guess you guys are considering me lazy. Is that what it is? You guys think I'm late? I'm sorry. I just thought it'd be different to show you a bunch of stuff all at once. Oh, yes, we got our bell references here. Of course we do. And if you want to show some love, you can like the video. It doesn't cost you anything. I want you to know. Make sure you check out our channel sponsor, P9 Magazine, over on Instagram. They're hooking us up monthly. They're paying me in Ethereum, which was good. Ethereum fell. See, I can hear y'all now. See, I told you that crypto stuff is garbage. No, it's long term. Stay in the game. Also, VegasFaceMask.com. No S at the end. I'll show you that when we hit the light in just a minute. My wife makes them. Got my asthma kicking in all day long, like every day. Oh boy, bumpity bump. All right, so yeah, my wife makes these face masks from VegasFaceMask.com. No S at the end. They're 2 for $25. We're wearing our 49ers. You get one at $25, you get this one free, essentially. Look at that, the chat's just exploded. They stopped for a minute. And she makes these from hand. So if you need a mask, you're traveling, whatever. We do hotel drop-offs when you order 4 masks or more. Because even today, I had a mask order. I'd end up paying $7 just to do a mask order because it was downtown. So there you go. Well, you can do that there. And also check out our Patreon. And I have a story to tell on Patreon that I was talking to somebody about today. And I remembered the story, and now I'm going to put on Patreon. It's a too much for YouTube story. Can't put it on Patreon. Can't put it on YouTube because they'll strike my channel down. And it's not like Star Wars, where if you strike me down now, I'll become more powerful than you could ever imagine. Nothing of the sort. They just strike you down, and you can't post videos for a week. Then your channel slowly rots on the vine. Like grapes in San Juan Capistrano. San Juan Capistrano had the first winery in California. There you go. I learned in something. All right, so what do we got? You're not lazy. I appreciate this. Thank John Boy. Hit that like, guys. The new thing Steven is doing, I love it. Hit that like, show some love. Yeah, if we get enough likes, I'm not going to do this again. We'll get to see how crowded it is quicker this way. You will. And then everybody will say, it's dead. And I'll say, wait 30 seconds. We're driving now. We won't be moving very quickly. This part of the strip has severe amounts of traffic because this is where the $1 billion road redevelopment, like the road resurfacing, is happening. It was the south end of the strip before COVID, and then it helped that everything was shut down for 78 days on the strip. But now we're back to North Las Vegas, so you can see all the pylons, 1 lane in each direction. So there is this is right across from the world famous gold and silver pawn shop. Some of these businesses out here, tattoo parlors, bail bond shops. There is the Rogue Toys right there. So that place is where he says, oh, I don't know about toys, but let me call a guy. That's where the call a guy is. Let's see here. If you guys have a question, I think people are asking about crypto. I have a crypto token that should be live in October. And you can invest in that if you wanted to. And you would see rewards off of it as it appreciated in value. And it would help me out. So world's famous silver and gold is right over here. You can see Pawn Plaza right to there. There's no lineup because they appear that they are closed. They're closed. But, you know, the barbecues, Rick's Roll and Smoke Barbecue's opened. If you're going to go to Roll and Smoke Barbecue, I implore you to not go to Rick's Roll and Smoke because it's a small company out here that has 3 locations, I believe. 2 or 3. The one with Rick's face on it is them. But, you know, you're not supporting a Vegas company as much as you're throwing money at Pawn Stars that way. So I would say try to get to one of the actual originals. So we're coming down to the Stratosphere, the Welcome to Las Vegas arch is down here. This is Charleston. Charleston is a major east-west thoroughfare across the city. See how bad these roads are. Thankfully, they are redoing them. Steven, isn't this how you start on YouTube? Yeah, I never did a stream like, well, no, that's not true. I've done like other ones like this where we drove a little bit. But yeah, I started my whole YouTube channel in my car. I was working timeshare on the Strip. How far is Allegiant from the Strip? I don't think there's any events going on at Allegiant tonight. If somebody wants to check that for me, we can probably drive around Allegiant. Shouldn't be a problem. Former Stabbyville? No, current Stabbyville. I remember catching a bus coming from California. It was 3 in the morning. 3 in the morning, and I had to walk from the Greyhound bus station. I had to walk to Charleston, and then I had to take the Charleston a westbound bus all the way out towards Summerlin. But it was 3 a.m. It was hot. I was trying to get back to Caroline at the time. She had a car out here, the one I'm driving. This is a 2001. This is a 20-year-old vehicle that I'm keeping cobbled together with duct tape and various things. I cleaned it out today. I did a great job. I made it as shiny as I could, but it still runs like junk. But it's paid for. And so I had to take the bus all the way out there at 3 in the morning. I remember going on East Fremont Street to a 7-Eleven and buying like a coffee or something. And it was just like a whole weird experience for me. So what do we got here? I thought Gold and Silver Pond was on the opposite side of the street than the Strat. It is. You're right. I pointed my camera over there. And if you look, the Stratosphere is on the right side of the street. So you were correct, the Mundo, on that. You ain't wrong, sir or madam. I didn't see what your name was. Oh, bouncy, bouncy. Come on, man. This is why they have to resurface the roads, because they're really bad. And I don't have very good shocks, obviously. All right, so there's there's not much down here. There's some adult stores. It's a pornography store. I was buying pornography. If anybody knows the reference of what I just said, say it in the comments. First person that gets it right gets a lifetime supply of In-N-Out burgers. I'll send you the coupon in the mail. The mail will be delayed and then lost because there is no lifetime supply of In-N-Out burgers. That was a lie. There's some youth hostels. There's some hostels down here. Tattoo shops and parlors. Hostel Cat. Talk of the town. Adult bookstores. Steven, how you doing, buddy? Let me pull that up so I can look at it when we get to the light. I don't want to miss that super chat. Thank you, Steven. Juice for the channel. Woo, woo. We're going to take out Caroline, too, one night. I'll be driving and she can film me, but then I won't be able to see the comments, just so you guys know. But we can drive around in the nicer, newer vehicle that we have. It's a 2010 vehicle, to give you an idea of how we roll. I got to be careful with what I say, because last night I was attacked for having a new phone. I wasn't trying to brag. I was just trying to get clicks on YouTube without being a clickbaiting jerk. You know? Be like, Vegas is literally shutting down again. It's not, but you wanted people to watch. Or, Vegas might close down forever. No, but you want people to watch. So I was trying to be clickbaity without being clickbaity to try to get people who wanted to see what that stream looked like with that phone. But I got to be careful because people were on me like, what can I say that isn't racist? Is white on rice racist? We like the new driving content, not too lazy to multitask like this. Also like the Patreon content. Nothing tonight at Allegiant, just the Raiders game. Okay, we'll drive down to Allegiant. Thank you so much, Steven, for the juice for the channel. Our Raiders are hot. Well, Paul, what are you talking about? Aren't you letting Russell Wilson cook up there in the NFC? I'm confused. The hi-hat is dark, sad. Love that baby blue neon. Blue, blue, electric blue. That's the color of my room where I will live. What are arepas? This is a El Salvadorian, I believe, restaurant. I don't know what arepas are, but I do know that this place has been around. This was a food truck, and then they expanded out. So that's a good success story in Vegas. You gotta love that. And then we have the old White Cross Pharmacy, which closed down. And I think, Vicky, was it the diner in here? That place was like found a new home. That was a big deal for a lot of people. And then you have Tacos Mexico. This place is like, this place is very much on the side here. Tacos Mexico, very much like Tacos El Gordo, but there's a couple of locations, so you don't have to go to the strip to eat Tacos El Gordo, which is opening up a new location, by the way, on Sunset Road. Sunset and Las Vegas Boulevard, right across from Town Square. So I don't know what arepas are, but I know if I say it the wrong way, it sounds terrible. How long have you lived in Vegas? I've been here, Mark, since 2004. And I took a brief siesta out of Vegas to try our hand at Lake Tahoe back in, I want to say, 2011-ish. And it didn't work out. It was the worst mistake I ever made. So there's the signage right there. See that? That's what the Stratosphere built to make it look like you're still on the strip. You're not. You're not on the strip. You're not on the strip yet. And then we have these killer arches, man. Oh, it's so pretty. The road is so nice and smooth. Oh, the city of Las Vegas thanks you. Now see where the stratosphere sits. North of this arch. See the arch? See the stratosphere? Oh, man, that is cool. Beans, bro. We're going to have to get some good, like, 4K 60 on this stuff. How'd they open the Olive Garden, John Boy? Yeah, you must have missed my stream yesterday, brother, but they did open the Olive Garden. Let me see if I can do something stupid. Okay, that wasn't that stupid. There's the arch. I don't know that it's as large as the one in St. Louis, because it's definitely not. That's a huge arch. All right, did I ruin it? No, I think I'm okay. I was worried about, like, tinkering with this. I want to show you that. Yeah, Olive Garden's open. VitalVegas.com has some pictures in there. It's a pretty snazzy looking Olive Garden. It looks really nice, and the menu is the same price as the Olive Garden anywhere else for this part of the country. So whether you go to the Olive Garden there or the Olive Garden up on Decatur in Charleston, you're paying the same amount, which is amazing. The arch got a lot of flack last year. I'm not sure why that would be. I never heard of any kind of people crapping on the idea of the arch. Craving a Big Mac. Yeah, actually, you know what? I love Big Macs. However, I can't eat junk food right now. I junked out in California. I gained 0.2 pounds. And now I'm retaining water like a beast. The Strat is a long way from other major resorts. It is. Cost of the arch. I don't know the cost. We should probably look all that stuff up. So here we go. South on Las Vegas Boulevard. We did a whole video here on the channel. You should subscribe if you haven't yet. On the Aztec Inn and the Naked City, which is behind the Stratosphere here. We're not even going to drive into Naked City because it's not a good place to wander around at nighttime. Gas on the Strip is $3.90 a gallon. It's less at other places, but marginally so. Thanks for doing this live tonight. You're welcome, Irving. I appreciate it. For some reason, I confused you with Irving Jackson, and that was wrong of me. It's hard to do two things at once. Oh, I'll just run across the street because that's a smart thing to do. This is the world's largest gift shop beside me. Oh, Penai Magazine, our channel sponsor. There it is. You can see them on the billboard right down there. Wow, that was cool. See, they bought this billboard over here with the Blue Man Group on it right now. And yeah, so that's our channel sponsor. They have other billboards in town that are not just here at Resorts World. See if I can get that again once we get a little bit closer. So this is the intersection where they're looking to build a baseball stadium if the Oakland Athletics ever choose to come to Vegas permanently. Become the Las Vegas Athletics, I suppose. And this would be it, where these billboards are, just right over here. All these billboards are lined up. So they're going to put it there. Are they going to finish the Fountain Blue? Yes, the Fountain Blue is scheduled to open. JW Marriott has a partnership with them to finish out and manage the property. I don't know how much money is being put into it by anybody, but it's owned by the Coke Industries. And Hamilton? Where's Hamilton? Are you talking about Canada? Because it's not $6 a gallon. It's if you tell me the price in Canada in liters, I can tell you the U.S. price. I can do the math for you, but I'm guessing Hamilton, Ontario, does not have $6 a gallon gas. You might be getting yourself confused with Canadian U.S. dollar exchange rates. So yeah, they're gonna be putting it as the JW Marriott Las Vegas Boulevard. I imagine they're gonna put a boutique brand name on it at some point. Oh man, this guy's stuck in the middle of the road in Las Vegas Boulevard. Oh man, somebody hit him and ran off. You had a hit and run, that dude did. Let's see if we can see our channel sponsor on the billboard here. I don't know if we can. Yeah, we're gonna miss it. That's okay. They're on the middle billboard. So now here we are. We're back on the Strip, baby. So yeah, they say Q3 of 2023, but that is even a stretch. Coke Industries owns part of it, and then also the original Fountain Blue Group, which is still a hotel. If you've ever seen the movie Scarface, there's a scene on the beach at a resort. That's the Fountain Blue in Miami. They own part of it, and then Marriott's putting in to put their name on it and manage it. Because they're not a hotel company. You got to remember, like Fontainebleau's a hotel company, but, you know, I guess they just want to slap a brand name on it. They should call it Fontainebleau at JW Marriott Las Vegas, because people will know the luxury brand in Miami. But anyways, all I was saying about it, yeah, you don't say it's $6. If it's $6 Canadian, fine. What's $6 Canadian in US dollars?
$6 Canadian is equivalent.
So like $4.75 maybe in US dollars, maybe. $1.32 in Ottawa. So you go, what's 1.32? Shut up, Siri. I get it. What's 1.32 times 3.84?
It's 5.
What's $5.06 Canadian in US dollars?
It's $4.
Okay, so in Ottawa, gas is $4. So you just take the Canadian price of $1.32, multiply it by 3.84, because that's how many Canadian gallons or liters, Canadian liters. There's no such thing as liters a liter, but that's how many liters are in a US gallon, and then you do the exchange rate off that. So that makes sense. Anyways, we got our travel lodge. The guy who owns this land right here, he used to own the souvenir shop over at the Hawaiian Marketplace. That's closed, and that's where you guys see that Smokey's Bistro down there. The traffic does get really bad out here, just so you guys know. So we're in for some traffic all the way down the strip. So I'll be able to read more of your comments. Of course, if you super chat, anything over $1.99, it gets pinned to the top and I get to see it. And I can tap on it and read the comment later. So if I'm missing your comments, don't think I'm not seeing comments. It's just that I have to keep my eyes on the road. The roads are nice here, by the way. This is Circus over to our right. Convention Center area. Yeah, so that's I don't think there's a faster way to convert it. There probably is. I'm not a math person, and I completely rely on calculators for everything that I do in my life. I said there was going to be traffic, and there's no traffic. What the H, man? This is the new police station on the strip. Okay, right out here. And this is my tripod going nuts. And now we're back here. Resorts World's on our right, obviously. See some questions from the audience. Chevron by Union Station, LA is $6.57 a gallon. Silly. That's craziness. Steven, would you ever do the sky jump off the Strat? Maybe. The thing about the sky jump off the Strat is that you can't you can't film it. You have to rent their GoPro equipment and buy the thing. So I don't know. It just gets too expensive for an experience that might not do it for me. Let's see, always crashing. Oh, Squinky's quoting David Bowie, always crashing in the same car. Where's the Hotel Elvis played at? That's the Westgate. We did the video on the Westgate a week and a half ago. CC families and men with ankle monitor. I don't know what that means. Guys going around the world to the left. Please drive into Circus. Oh, we already passed Circus. I'm sorry. Here's the deal, guys. There's like a 30-second to 1 minute delay in what you guys say to me when I see it and where I'm already at. So when you guys say stuff, I'm ahead of you by 30 seconds to a minute because of the way streaming works. What is the airport right next to the strip, Eric? That's where they built it back in the 1930s, 40s. It was built before the strip existed past where we are right now. So where we are right now, you had the Thunderbird Hotel behind us where almost exactly on this spot. The Thunderbird, of course, the Riviera was after it, but there was nothing south of here. As a matter of fact, there was no interstate highway system. It was just this road, Las Vegas Boulevard, that went all the way down to California, into California. So when they built the airport, they thought, well, this is 7 miles away from the hotels. Easy peasy, no biggie. Then, of course, history and time and progress. Peppermill is closed right now due to a gas leak. Mr. Uber's up on it. Oh, good God. Sorry about that, guys. Thank God we're past that point where you cough and people say it's COVID. Cue somebody saying it's COVID. All right, let's get down to business. I don't have no time to mess around. What is this? Why is there a pylon in the middle of the road? What the hell is that? Did anybody else see that? McCarran was built in 1947. I said 30s. Okay, 40s. There was an airfield there at some point, though, before that. I mean, I think McCarran officially got its status in 47. It's not emphysema, it's asthma. Look at these murals they built on the side. These are beautiful now. Remember, this was just brown with white stripes, like the band, no, like the Wind. Now they put murals all the way down here. That is pretty slick. Local artists getting their work seen by millions of people a year. I love it. I love that kind of stuff. That is some killer cool stuff to see. All right. Go to some seedy spots, Conayam. Well, we could go up. We can go up West Tropicana. We might see some working girls on West Tropicana. We can go down. Oh man. Oh, I know where we're gonna go. We're gonna go down East Twain. Now, in the past, people find out that I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And then they say, what part of Calgary? And I say, oh, Forest Lawn. And then they say something like, dude, you're from the hood, man. Wow. And I say, nope. Let me take you out the front door of the Venetian and walk you for 10 minutes. I'll show you the hood. Let's go look at the hood. You guys want to see the hood? It's all good in the hood, right? But no, this is the neighborhood that you don't want to go into. And by the way, anybody wants to say that I'm being racial, I'm not. It's a freaking term that's existed for 40 years. There's lots of people in this area of all sorts of demographics. White, Hispanic, Black, Asian American, so shush. When I hear Forest Lawn, I think Cemetery AE. There's a reason for that. You guys want to hear why the area I'm from in Canada is called Forest Lawn when there's a cemetery that's very famous in LA? Say yes in the chat if you want to hear that real fast. So this is Spring Mountain Road to our right, and we've showed you Spring Mountain Road. It's Chinatown. But to the left, it becomes Sands Avenue, and then it becomes Twain. So Sands Avenue is named, of course, because of the hotel. Look at me, I'm driving like a Californian trying to nose my way in here. No boring stories, Jay. Well, it's either that or I just shut up, put my AirPods in and listen to something else. So yeah, there was the gold rush on the Klondike, and a lot of Americans went north to try to stake their gold. And a lot of them went through Alberta, Canada, because that's how you went back in the day. And there was two towns. There was Edmonton and Calgary. Calgary's a little bit bigger than Edmonton, but Edmonton's the provincial capital of Alberta. And it's that's how it turned out. Anyways, these two gentlemen, story that I read at the Glenbow Archives in downtown Calgary, it's a big museum, it's a nice museum, was that when these guys went back, they didn't make their gold, so they ended up settling in Calgary because it was a very western town. They had cowboys, they still have the Stampede. It was a frontier type town, and they were used to it. So there was, at the time, they were trying to build the railroads, Canadian National Railroad and the Canadian Pacific Railway, right? And this happened in other cities. It wasn't just Calgary, but people would go and they would steal railroad ties. Railroad ties are those giant pressure-treated logs that you would see buried underneath the railway rails. And they would bury them in the middle of the night, bunch of them. And then they would go to prospective land buyers and say, hey, look, this is where the road's going to be. We have insider information. And if we sell you this land right now, you're going to be right where the rail goes. There's going to be a railway station over there. Think of all the business you'll get. And they did that. Excuse me. And they did that in an area that they called Forest Lawn, because they were from LA, and Forest Lawn was a neighborhood in California that they knew, so they named it after that. What island, what is this? What hotel is right of the Treasure Island? That is the Palazzo. Technically, the Venetian is right next to it. All right, I gotta get in here. Can't look at my screen for a minute, guys. All right, looks like we made it, as Barry would say. So yeah, Spring Mountain becomes Sands, which becomes Stabbyville. I agree with Steven. The bad parts of Vegas are all colors of people. How many lanes turn left? Should be 2, but they've narrowed it down to 1 to make it interesting. Why not? So we have Chippendales. This is CVS over here with this giant. Vegas is all about these digital displays now. Treasure Island, obviously. Fashion Show Mall's right there. And right over here, I have a cute lisp. Oh, that's good. Thank you. That, as I mentioned, is the Palazzo. So there you go. Air quality, no, it's not. I honestly, you guys want to know the truth? My watch is going to die soon. I have 11% battery somehow. The truth is that since I got my shot, my COVID vaccine, I've had asthma that lasts all day. And my watch isn't showing me. What's the air quality index right now?
The air quality is moderate.
It's moderate at 72. How much does it cost to advertise on the truck? Well, to rent the truck like that costs a lot of money, thousands of dollars a week. If you have a truck like that where there's several advertisers and they're changing them, then you share the hourly rate with several advertisers. But it got thousands of dollars a week for that truck. Let's see, we got 605 people. Thanks for watching. How much does it cost to advertise? Okay, hey Steven, why ain't we walking? Because they're, Irwing Jackson. That's the person. Hey, listen, man, I'm sorry I wasn't able to meet up with you in California. I was apologizing to the wrong person before. We had a bunch of very specific times and things and places we had to be for the channel sponsor, P9 Magazine. Then we had things we needed to do. Caroline wanted to catch up with some folks she knew back there. And maybe next time. I apologize. I did get your text. Why are we doing this right now? Because I wanted to show people some other stuff. So if you go earlier in the stream, we drove all the way north on Las Vegas Boulevard, north all the way to the raceway. Showed off what it looks like when you get north of downtown. Now we're going to go into a bad neighborhood because somebody asked me for a bad neighborhood. So we're going to go down and check out what should be East Twain. Oh man, I have bad shocks. This is a 20-year-old vehicle. They've never been replaced, and I'm not going to do it now because what's the point? 20-year-old vehicle. So yeah, you can see the sphere, the MSG sphere in the back right here. So that's the MSG sphere, and that's on course, I think, 2023 to open up. We're gonna go right past that. We're gonna go underneath the monorail. Now, when I go underneath the monorail, if you lose the stream, I'll be back. I'm not going nowhere. It's just because sometimes that causes weird glitches in the matrix. What project is being constructed at the Venetian with the cranes? Oh, that's the one I was just telling you about. That is the MSG sphere. You can see it right there, although I can't focus the camera. Man, the YouTube app is a piece of garbage. It doesn't let me focus past the windshield, so you guys are seeing everything kind of half focused. Other streaming apps allow you to focus, but they have a whole myriad of other issues. I am driving a Toyota, yes. Have you heard anything about the new moon-themed hotel? Man, this is everybody asking me. I'm going to have to do the video tomorrow. Oh, man. MSG, yeah, Madison Square Garden. I know you guys are thinking the spice, the thing that everybody was afraid of in the 80s, MSG, monosodium glutamate. It is not. It stands for Madison Square Garden, as in the place where the Knicks and the New York Rangers play. And they have the Westminster Dog Show every year. So this is actually no longer called the Sands Expo. Look at that, everybody. They changed the name. Now it just says Expo. That's a good brand name. It's not the Sands Expo Center anymore. It's now just called Expo. And you can see how big the MSG sphere is now that we're coming up to it. It's not a small building, people. It is a big old building. Yeah, look at that thing. It's a beast, huh? Nice and big. Raiders game tomorrow. Will you go? You got tickets for me? I'd go to a Raiders game tomorrow. Wait, no, you know what? I couldn't go to a Raiders game tomorrow. Caroline and I have tickets to go to another thing that's happening tomorrow. You have to moon each other to get in. Haha. I mean, but I'm game for it. Cincinnati Kid hooked us up with the preseason game, which was awesome, and we filmed that. Yeah, I don't believe anything until it happens. Mr. Uber says he'll believe it when he sees it. That's the way to be, because let's be honest, man. The chances of that happening are very slim. Truth is, MSG is not actually squared. Here's another truth for you guys, speaking of stadiums and buildings in Las Vegas. The The MGM Grand Garden Arena is loosely modeled, architecturally speaking, like for the inside for seating, after the Madison Square Gardens in New York City. It was built like that on purpose. So we're on Koval Lane. If you turn to the right, you'll see a couple of timeshare properties. You'll eventually get over to the Super 8, also known as Ellis Island. If you look over here, you can see the Wynn. They're building some stuff out back there, just an expansion, a little niche boutique type property. It's been 20 minutes. He's driven 1 block. Jay, welcome to Las Vegas. Welcome to Vegas. That's the way we roll out here. Sometimes it'll be dead in a minute. Don't worry. Okay, so MSG Sphere is over here. That's the building right there. You can see they're putting the skin on it. That's going to be an all digital display. The whole entire building is a giant, huge digital screen, so you'll be able to see it from all areas coming in. But yeah, now we're driving basically underneath the monorail tracks. But this monorail track here goes down Paradise Road, which goes out to the West Gate, which somebody was asking, that is where Elvis played. It was called the International. International at the time. Was it the Hilton International when Elvis played? I cannot remember. We have Howard Hughes Parkway to the right. It's a bunch of office towers. There's a very expensive, swanky condo that was built out here. You can live on the strip. But now we get down to it. Now we get down to being on a not great area that you don't want to be on. And there's going to be cops everywhere down here, and in most cases, this area here is not good to come down to. And I don't even think I'm on Twain proper right now, am I? I'd have to check. So Seagull Suites, yeah, like little tiny 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom. Yeah, this is not where you want to be if you come down to Vegas at night. Don't come down here at night. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, this is East Twain. East Twain. Now, West Twain is nice towards the west part of town. The further you get from the strip, the better. So let's be stupid and just go down this road here called Royal Crest. And I don't know how good my camera's going to hold up, but yeah, this is a sketch neighborhood down here. I know for a fact, because I know somebody who lives down here, there's a lot of crack cocaine in this area. So this is not a good area to be. You can see trash littered all around the streets. There are no single family homes here. There are just these little apartment complexes down here. And yeah, there's also a free healthcare clinic down here. So if you can't afford it, you know, you go to the free healthcare clinic. And this will come out to Maryland Parkway, which is like Little Philippines, Little Manila. I call it Little Manila, but nobody else does. Yeah, I mean, but then there's some nice condos, but this is all just like townhomes and stuff like that built up. Not anywhere you're going to want to be, trust me. This is like Cops. Cops is making a comeback. Cops is going to be on Fox Nation. So apparently, what I read was, yeah, this is University Center Drive. I read that there was a lawsuit over Cops, but it got thrown out by the judge or something, and now that opened it up to being able to be back on TV. I mean, I literally read a headline that said that. I don't know if it's true or not. So I could be spouting fake news, but I know that it is definitely back on Fox Nation. Oh, see, the cops are already here, look. See the lights? A lot of them, actually, here. So yeah, don't come down this way. You know, anytime it says weekly or monthly, that's a bad thing. Shelter Island Apartments. You don't want to stay at the Shelter Island Apartments. You're not sheltered and there's no water. It's not really an island. So let's go back on Twain, and what we're going to do is we're going to loop around and go back to Flamingo. I think it's going to be first. Flamingo will take us back to Las Vegas Boulevard. We'll have missed a short portion of the strip, but it's just the Venetian and stuff like that. So liquor stores, day spas. A place called Friday's Fish and Wings. Like fish and chips? No, No chips, just fish and wings. Eat your chicken and your fish and shut up. There's also this little place called Davy Jones's down here, which I think is probably pretty cool. The care clinic is over here. It's called the Cambridge Clinic, and you go in there, and you know, we've had to go there in the past because we didn't have health insurance, and one of us got sick, and I don't want to talk about that. It brings up a lot of memories for me. I'm sorry. Anyway, yeah. Sorry, this neighborhood has got a lot of, I'm just having a lot of memories because I remember coming down here. So I remember coming down here and we were shopping, and Caroline was over at Seafood City, which is across the street from us. And I remember her wanting us to get like pizza, but we couldn't afford anything. So we came over here to Little Caesars, and I was counting my money to see if we could afford a $5 hot and fresh pizza. Yeah, that's where we've been in the past, you know? This one right here, this Little Caesars. Gosh. Wow. And we're so close, you know, to the strip. You know, when you think about that, you're so close to trillions of dollars of real estate and people that are spending $5,000 on bottle service for a few hours of entertainment at the Wynn. But then there's this, and you got to be grateful. I'm so grateful about you guys being here. And I know some of y'all have said, Steven, you know, you changed and it's for the worse, and you know, you're confident, you're cocky, you're this, you're that. But it's not that. It's just finding like I have a voice for something. But I'll never ever forget coming down here and just having to raid the coin jar to buy, you know, the cheapest meat in the store so we could eat, or buying ramen noodles. And never wanted Caroline to not have her Seafood City stuff. Now we go there and it's like, oh, you want crabs? Okay, you can get crabs. Cool. $6.99 a pound. Oh, you want crab legs? Oh, those are expensive. Not really in the grand scheme of things. All right, so yeah, the Cambridge Clinic is back here. That's the place you don't want to have to go. It's very harrowing to go there. You just realize that it's not a nice place to be, I guess. Let me see if I can make my camera focus better. That's a little bit better. Still got that stupid glare from the windshield in it. Anyway. Excuse me, Mom. I remember one time in Target, this Target over here, they accused me of shoplifting. I wasn't shoplifting. I literally just forgot to pay for something, and they were like going to arrest me. I'm like, no, I forgot to pay. I had a lot on my mind. I was looking at my phone. I'll pay for it. That was stressful too, but that's a different story. The slings and arrows of outrageous fortune. Gambling, alcohol, you name it. Yep. This is Flamingo, so everybody knows. The major roads here are named after properties, you know. So east-west roads are Hacienda. Hacienda is named after the Hacienda, which isn't there anymore, but it was. And then you have Tropicana, Flamingo, Desert Inn, Sahara, and then they kind of stop. But those are the major ones. And of those, you know, the Tropicana's still there, the Flamingo's still there, Desert Inn's gone, Sahara's around. It wasn't for a minute, now it is. So the university is actually to the right of us. We're driving kind of parallel to part of the University of Nevada, Las Vegas branch. The Atomic Testing Museum's down here. And we'll be up on Flamingo before you know it. Oh, up on the strip, that is. I remember one day we were in a TJ Maxx, which is just on the corner we just left. It's gone now. And Caroline had her phone stolen. And it was like, we couldn't afford it to replace it, trust me on that. And I remember going to this AT&T store that's right over to the, the AT&T store is gone. And now it just says for lease right there. It's that one right there that's gone. But I remember going there and like begging them to like track the phone, track that. They're like, we can't. We can't track the phone. This was like iPhone 3GS times, and we lost that phone. You know, if you're a lady and you're shopping, just know there's some jerk who's like maybe preying on you just to steal from you. Because even if you get caught, what are they gonna do if some big gnarly dude steals from you? Nowadays, it's completely different. Find my iPhone, lock the iPhone. Now, iPhones can even be tracked when they're turned off and wiped remotely. Like if you wipe a phone, you can track it after it's been wiped with the new updates. So if somebody gets your phone, they somehow manage to erase everything. Yeah, that phone can be tracked forever. And it tells the thief that even though you wiped this phone is not being tracked by Find My iPhone. Very good deterrent. Oh, maybe the AT&T store is up here. I think I was wrong. I think I was looking at a different place. Could be, possibly. And, well, yeah, it's actually right there. Okay, good. Well, at least that's not gone. Boca de Beppo. So this is like a little restaurant row here on Flamingo. We get some chain restaurants that you guys might be familiar with. I don't know if Bahama Breeze is a chain. It might be. I've eaten there a long time ago. My uncle took us there when I still talk to that uncle. He doesn't talk to me anymore. Boca de Beppo, of course, which is owned by, I think it's still owned by the people who own the Planet Hollywood restaurants. Boca de Beppo is right over there, so you can get your giant foods on if you want. Morton's, the steakhouse, it's right over here. There was a PF Chang's out here, which I believe is closed. And then you have a bunch, like Fogo de Chao, chain restaurants, just everywhere you look. There's a Panera Bread, there's a Chipotle, there's Biology. This little area right here, because you can see these condos, and you can see that there's a tower behind it, if I can loop around. That's the Hughes Center Tower. This is all Howard Hughes Corporation right now here. And then over here, you used to have a resort right here called the Key Largo, I think it was, and it burned down. The whole property burned down one time. And, you know, I wish I could find the photo. I had a digital camera, but there was no cloud. There was no cloud uploads or anything crazy like that. And I took a picture. It was one of the first photos I took with that camera, but the picture's gone now. I'd love to find it. Bahama Breeze is a chain. Thank you for the confirmation on that. So all these restaurants moved in. They constructed all these buildings. They look identical. There used to be one of our favorite places out here, Hamada of Japan, but that closed. Now you don't have Hamada of Japan here. I was going to post on Instagram earlier, but I didn't get around to it. There's actually a Manchu Walk. Canadians will know that one. Manchu Walk down at the plaza, and it's open. It just gave me some flashbacks to mall food in Canada. Calgary, Alberta, Richard Spencer. I used to go to Edo, Japan in the Marlborough Mall. Edo, Japan's a cool one too. It's like a teppanyaki in the mall. They don't have that here, not that I know of. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you to everybody who super chatted us tonight. That helps us out a lot. You're coming up to the famous Bacali's restaurant, Italian restaurant. Bacali's? You might mean Batista's? Batista's? Unless there is a place called Bacali's. There very well could be. All these people try to get to the strip going, damn it, where are we? We came all this way. So Fogo de Chao, Habit Burger, Jamba Juice, Panera Bread, every chain you could imagine is down here. And then you have Lolo's. I mean, these strike me as all, plus a Starbucks, of course. There's like a Starbucks everywhere you look. Lolo's chicken and waffles, is that right? They put a chicken and waffle place here? Get the heck out. And then you have Lowry's, the steakhouse, get your seasoning. Or Mike Lowry off of Bad Boys, was it? So let's drive south on the strip. I think somebody had requested we head on over to Allegiant. The Tuscany is actually to the left of us right now, and I highly recommend that you possibly stay at the Tuscany. That's the Platinum behind it, which got some bad rap lately by a YouTuber out here. Said it was not a great place, kind of dinged up and old, but maybe that was just the one room. You never know until you rent more than one. So this is Koval. For those wondering, this is where Tupac was shot. Tupac Shakur. I just started listening to Business Wars, and it was Death Row Records versus Bad Boy, whatever it was, records. And so this is the corner, this is the intersection where Tupac Shakur was gunned down. Oh my God, with the Moon Hotel. Okay, I promise you guys, we're doing a Moon Hotel video, okay? We're doing it live, as Bill O'Reilly would say. Not live, but we're not doing it live, we're doing a video. So yeah, this is where Tupac was mowed down. Just so you guys know, the way YouTube is pushing me comments, the comments stop, and then I get 50 comments in a row. Stage door, yeah, well, it's right on the corner up here. The neighborhood can't be that too bad for all those restaurant chains. That neighborhood's not, Jay. That neighborhood we just went past, there's an ultra luxury condo tower with $500,000 condo units in there. We're not big ones either. So that's not a bad area at all. Anything Hughes Center, anything the Hughes Corporation touches is gold, platinum even. What's more expensive than platinum? Black matter, dark matter. Do you know the YouTuber that does buffet videos? I forgot her name. No, I don't. I just know All You Can Vegas. Take them to the area behind the Strat. That area is good too. No, we're not doing that today. We already actually explored that on camera. We actually went to Naked City. We did a whole little mini vlog on it. I think it turned out freaking fantastic. Video ended up getting nearly 100,000 views, which is good for my channel. I mean, what I'm saying is very good. Oh, gas here is $4.18 a gallon for regular. Yeah. I think you meant Bautista's. This is Bautista's plus the stage door liquor store that we have to our left-hand side. But I've got to break free. No, I got to get into my right lane if I want to go south on the strip. But that's the place right there. Bautista's hole in the wall. And the stage door, which hilariously, I remember when the Raiders played their first game in Vegas last year, there was no fans, but they had just opened up the restaurants and the bars, and it was like a 50% capacity or 25, I can't remember. And we went past the little hole in the wall stage door, that is, and man, that place was way over their capacity. Well, they didn't get caught, so it don't matter. You can't get them on a violation. That used to happen. Yeah, we're doing Queen. Somebody says refresh. We'll try to refresh. Hopefully that helped you guys. Binions used to comp people cigarettes. Wow, that's nuts. Oh, look, we're first up after this light. Okay, the traffic gets aggressive right now, just so you guys know. So we got to be real careful. So we got the Cromwell, darling, book us a room with the Cromwell. And then you have the Bally's to the left of us right here. Excuse me, I might have to go to the bathroom. Okay, you're excused, Squinky, just for now. Thank you for the juice earlier, the super chat, Squinky. There's an Asian woman who does buffet videos. She never speaks. She just makes strange sounds if she likes what she's eating. Very nice. Are you going to see the band you like on Fremont Street? Yeah, that's the Bare Naked Ladies. That's October 9th. Okay, used to be Bourbon Street. Bourbon Street. Okay, I know it was Barbary Coast. And after that, it was Bill's Gambling Hall. Maybe it was Bourbon Street before it was Barbary Coast. I remember Barbary Coast, then Bill's Gambling Hall and Saloon, then the giant renovation that brought it up to Cromwell. The building is unrecognizable mostly for what it used to be. They did a great job extending it out, building extra tower. Like, they did a great job on that place. Coming up on the Bellagio, Caesar's Palace. Bellagio's on the left, Caesar's Palace on the right. Bob Dingo seems to have the most honest food reviews. Okay. Johnny Rockets, there's a few of those here. There's a Johnny Rockets at the Bally's. There's a Johnny Rockets at the Fashion Show Mall. There's a Johnny Rockets at the Galleria Mall in Henderson on Sunset. There may be a Johnny Rockets at the Meadows Mall, which is off of the 95, maybe. Where's the Meadows Mall? It's over off of I want to say Valley View. Can't recall. It's by the interchange, one of the interchanges. Let's see here. Is there a Johnny Rockets at the Rio? There might be at the MGM Grand. I never realized how many Johnny Rockets there are. Which is funny because I'm from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and there's an old commercial for an auto detailing place. And I remember the commercial setup is that it's a nun, like wearing a habit. You know, she's of the monastery, And they go to this place to get this old 1950s hot rod all detailed and cleaned. And it's so messy. And the one nun comes back from this place, and the car's all clean, and the one nun goes, "It's a miracle." And the other one goes, "No, sister, it's Johnny Rockets." Because where I'm from, Johnny Rockets details cars. I don't know if they still exist in Calgary, but that was an old one. Is there a Johnny Rockets at Excalibur? Just put one in every hotel. You get a Johnny Rockets. You get a Johnny Rockets. We know there's none at the Cosmopolitan. I know there's none at the Planet Hollywood. I know there's none at the Bellagio. There's none at the Paris. But yeah, everybody gets a Johnny Rockets. Johnny Rockets Meadow Mall is now closed. All right, it's been a while, man. Who goes to malls anymore? I go to them on the strip, but what reason do I have to go to a shopping mall? We used to like to go there at Christmas time, buy each other gifts, hide each other's gifts. Flamingo has Johnny Rockets in it. Okay, you're right. So there's Johnny Rockets. So wait a minute. What you're telling me is there's a Johnny Rockets at the Bally's and across the street at the Flamingo. This Johnny guy must be loaded. He's got all dough. I don't know why I switched into a bad New York stereotype, but I did deal with it. We're driving down Las Vegas Boulevard South right now. Last night somebody said, "Steven, why are you so angry on your Instagram post YouTube stream?" I said, "What? I'm not angry, dude. I was just being funny. That's all it is. That's all we do." Oh, man. Yeah. So, we got our walkways over the Strip and Harmon out here. We were just out here last night walking around. Steve, you're in malls every single... I know, but what I mean is, Jay, if I'm going to go buy something, I have no reason to go to the mall. Like, there's no electronic stores at malls. I go to a Best Buy. There's no grocery stores at malls. But, you know, in the Philippines, there's grocery stores in the malls. That's a good idea. There's no grocery store in the mall. There's no Walmart. There's no Target attached to the mall. Although in Canada, Marlborough Mall has a Walmart attached to it, which is interesting how the mall survives with a giant big box retailer. There's no AutoZone. Like, the things I need, I never really get them at the mall, you know? By the way, if you guys are just watching, we're streaming the Strip, and we're doing it in a car this time so we can cover more ground. Check out VegasFaceMask.com. It'll ask at the end if you guys like the masks. We have football stuff. I know we have Pittsburgh. I know I got the New York Giants. I know we got the Arizona Cardinals. Obviously the 49ers. Those are, you buy one at $25. That's not a themed licensed one. You get that one for free. Caroline makes them. Handmade, sent direct to you. We do hotel drop-offs with a minimum of 4 masks. Because, for example, today I paid $7 just to deliver a mask to a person who's staying here. So you never know. Are the outlet stores at State Line? Yeah, there are outlet stores at the State Line. There's also one south of here, not too far. There's also one north of here by downtown. So Las Vegas Boulevard South, McCarran International Airport, Tropicana 15 goes to Los Angeles. Malls are great for people watching. 49ers, I like the 49ers. Sorry. You know, when I was a kid growing up, they were a very popular team back in the Montana Young era. So you grow up in Canada watching popular teams, and those teams kind of get, you know, what you cheer for, because those are the big teams, you know, big stars. It's the same reason why somebody living in a non-basketball town might like the Lakers, because of the Kobe Bryant era, or back in the day, you know, the Magic Johnson era. So they're doing more construction out here, so there's more traffic than there needs to be, unfortunately. So we're going to go over to the Raiders Stadium. And the best way to do it is to pull ahead of this guy and not get hit by that guy. Are you going? Go. Thank you. I'm a polite driver. I let you in. Dude's from Montana. I wonder if this is like, if he's like me, my time driving in LA, maybe he's not used to big cities, but he's got a Montana plate in front of us. So he's come a long way. It's Fat Boy Slim. Come a long, long way for heaven. I used to Uber totally the last 5 days and everything was great. Construction is crazy, safe lane change. I think so. For Saturday, I think they're, oh yeah, now everybody gets to pick apart my driving. Meh, meh. Wrestling Ernest Hemingway beats me. Canadian driver. Me? I guess. I've only ever driven in the United States, by the way. I never had a driver's license in Canada. LA Clippers used to be the Buffalo Braves. Well, the LA Lakers used to be the Minneapolis Lakers. They moved the team. They forgot. There are lakes in California, but the name makes less sense. Yeah, beauty, eh? Slow down, you hoser. What's wrong with you? Keep driving like that. You're gonna hurt somebody, eh? Pretty terrible. Diablo's used to be in front of the park, and then they closed all that up. Built the Italy. Now it's over at Luxor. Steven is our chauffeur. Las Vegas Kings, hopefully in the future. I don't know. Didn't they agree to build a new... We're talking about moving the Sacramento Kings to Las Vegas, but I thought they talked about building a new venue there in Sacramento for them to keep the team, or else there's going to be no more sports teams in Northern California that aren't named the 49ers. It's going to kind of get ridiculous. I mean, you got the Golden State Warriors. Maybe that's the team I'm thinking about that has a new deal on a stadium. Not really sure. So this is Reno Ave. Reno Ave doesn't go anywhere except for behind the Luxor. The next one up we're going to go up is Mandalay Bay Road. The Mandalay Bay Road switches over into Hacienda. It's only called Mandalay Bay for like a couple hundred yards. So Mandalay Bay Road closed Sunday from 8 until 6, Raiders game. So they close the road tomorrow. If you lose me, don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. We'll get a new connection. It's just an issue of sometimes when we go underneath the shops at Mandalay Bay, because we're going to go underneath part of the shopping mall at Mandalay Bay right now. Sometimes when that happens, the connection gets wonky. There's no way San Francisco Giants move. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Giants. No, the Giants are one of the more profitable teams in Major League Baseball. The Sharks aren't going to move either, but those teams are heavily supported with businesses, tech sector, Silicon Valley, So Mandalay Place. Oh, it used to be called the Shops at Mandalay Bay now. Well, maybe it was always called the Shops at Mandalay Place. I don't know. So yeah, this, as we drive underneath this this underpass, this is actually shopping mall above us as we go here. And this won't be the first time we've gone this way. You're going to see the Raiders Stadium in literally just about 30 seconds. It's going to be on our left-hand side, that way, excuse me. And this is the back way entrance into the parking at Mandalay Bay. This is also, there it is. There it is. That's the big stripe. It's a Allegiant. So that's also how you get to the Delano. So it's pretty remarkable what they've done with the Allegiant in terms of parking. You can just drive up to Allegiant, park, hang out when there's no events happening, which is really nice of them to do. They don't have to do it. And everything else around here, though, you're not parking near here. It's not going to happen for you. It's not a good idea to try. They put concrete barriers up. It's just pretty much impossible. So this is Al Davis Way. It used to have a different name like Alzer Kazaran or something weird. And here we are at Allegiant. Okay, so lots of different areas. Oh, well, shut my mouth. I might be completely gobsmacked and wrong. I thought there was, okay, there is parking here, okay. Yeah, they blocked off a big part of the entranceway. So here we are at Allegiant Stadium. And yeah, so I mean, right here, I wouldn't recommend you park your car here and walk to the strip. That's a stupid idea. But if you're like these folks over here and you're just a Raider fan, then come on out, man. Park your car. Who cares, right? And tomorrow, this is just going to be a wash, like a sea of people everywhere you look. Not a lot of parking down here, and what is here is $100 per event. So always do that thing where you calculate the extras on top of your trip, because if you're doing this on a budget, you're going to need to know what it's all about. you know. They have portable toilets. I don't even know if they're open. And we can see the strip in the background. Now, I do realize that my camera is not really focusing all that well, so I'm going to try to take it off this mount for a minute and see everything out here. Al Davis, the other team's quarterback, must go down, and they must go down hard. Al Davis did say that. Yep, Al Davis said that the culture of the team was that when within the first few minutes of the game, that the other team's quarterback needs to be hit and hit hard. He has to go down. And in doing that, they instilled this sense of like toughness and fear and respect for the Raiders. It'll be interesting to see if they actually fill the stadium. Yeah, they were short, and I don't know that they will fill this up. I mean, they're at 90 some odd % capacity. What are the tailgating rules at Allegiant? The rules are there is no tailgating at Allegiant Stadium. It's absolutely banned. Bawal, as my wife would say in Visayan. Not allowed. So you cannot tailgate at Allegiant under any circumstances. But you can park down here and just check stuff out and see what the strip looks like. I'm not using a gimbal, obviously, so hopefully my connection is good. I don't know if it's any good. Let's see what other questions we got. Raiders for life, Alden says. There's parking for 2,500 cars. They've built satellite sites for parking as far west as Decatur. And you literally will pay like $40, I think, to park out there, which is pretty hilarious. Yeah, not a lot of parking down here, for sure. No parking close to the stadium. There's parking. You got to go to Mandalay Bay, which we just walked past, obviously, or we drove past. If you park there, it's $80 if they are charging you. The day that we went, they were not charging us. They said $80. We took our ticket. I was willing to pay it just to get the footage. Check this car out, dude. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Is this a lowrider? It is. This is a lowrider car. Oh, man. That is cool stuff. Oh, he's playing California Love. Buddy's bumping California Love by Dr. Dre and Tupac. Jeez, what's wrong with me? That's amazing. It doesn't get more Raiders than that, does it? Yeah, so they didn't actually charge us $80 that day. What happened was we went back, and I left halfway in. By the way, see the reflections on this building is so slick. We went back, and we left halfway through the game. We left after Carlos Santana performed. And because of that, I don't want you guys to see my ugly car. And because of that, and because we have locals privilege, if you have a Nevada driver's license, the first 2 or 3 hours are free. I'm figuring, okay, I'm going to pay $80. But then I go to the deal, and it scans it and says $12. I'm like, what? $12? Well, that should be the price if it's regular parking. And I go even further, and I scan my ID, and it says $0. I'm like, well, son of a gun. That's some pretty good stuff. We got away with it. We didn't pay a thing. It was kind of nuts. Look at the flip-flop life and locations. I don't know what that means. Miami Dolphins are going down. Cammy V, thank you so much, Cammy, for juice for the channel. Super duper nice of you. I promised you guys we'd go see where the ladies of the night go. So we're gonna do that. We've driven quite a bit on this live stream. Thank you so much, Cammy. Thank you 621 times, guys. Super cool of you to do that. So let's get out of here. So who do you think is going to lose sponsorship of the stadium first, Allegiant or SoFi? Well, so I watched a video on the most expensive stadium sponsorship deals, and Allegiant is likely a $900 million to $1 billion deal that Allegiant made on this building. So I think since SoFi, I think it's called, they're a tech company, right? I believe. So I would say that if I had to wager my own money on it, I would say that probably Allegiant would be the first one to not be able to make that payment if the global travel industry doesn't come back. It's hard to say, right? I mean, but Allegiant's not a global company, of course, right? We know this. But let's say you're from the UK and you're a Miami Dolphins fan. And yes, there are Miami Dolphins fans in the United Kingdom. And the reason why that is because the NFL was playing games in Wembley Stadium in the United Kingdom for years. And the teams that played were the Miami Dolphins and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay. Jaguars. So let's say that you were a Miami Dolphins fan and you're in New York and you want to fly to Vegas and you're from the UK and you're going to fly to Allegiant. Like that matters. That stuff matters. Or even if you're just not even a fan and you went to Miami and you plan some travel in the United States and you're global and you got to get from Miami, Florida to Vegas because you want to see Sin City. You might take Allegiant, but not if you're not here. So yeah, that being said, out of those two companies, which one's more sound? Obviously not the travel company, not the airline. But Allegiant seems to be doing all right. They announced a bunch of new routes. Man, I don't know which way is more Canadian than I just said. They announced a bunch of new non-stops during the pandemic into Vegas. I think like Kansas City, Missouri, these kinds of things. So around the strip today in the live stream. Are you going to the... Yeah, I'm going to go there. I'm going to see you guys see anything. Who knows? But that's on Tropicana West. Not East. Tropicana East doesn't have any of that stuff. But there's a big old truck stop called the Wild Wild West. Let me welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West. A place that's untouchable like Elliot Ness. But not that. Well, whatever. Yeah, I'll stop now. Anyways, we're going to go back up north on Las Vegas Boulevard to Tropicana. And loop-de-loop. See what we can see. West Tropicana is really built up. It's a major intersection. It's very old, too. That intersection's like... Oh, there's that car again, by the way. There he is with his lowrider. Is he still blasting California Love? He's not. He turned it down. He only did that for the showmanship of doing it in front of Allegiant, I guess, and being on camera. Let's see here. People love going on non-stops. They do. Nobody likes to have to get out. Luggage can get lost. You know what I mean. Know what I'm saying? Know what I'm saying? You know, speaking of that, Tupac was so good at hip-hop. So good at hip-hop. That he met Dr. Dre, who made the beat California Love. And he had not heard it before. And he heard it one half of the way through. And then Dr. Dre was like, hey, can you write something to that? He's like, no, let's just record it now. And he sat down and he recorded all those lyrics on the first time he tried. He just came up with it on the spot. And then, because Tupac liked to do multi-layered vocals, he had to do this second take, not writing down the first. And he perfectly nailed the second take the same as the first. After only hearing it for a few minutes, not writing anything down. Can you imagine to have the verbal acuity to be able to do that? It's kind of wild, man. There's only 62,506 seats for football at Allegiant. There was only 7,444 no-shows. That's funny because he's bouncing again. They do say that the capacity of Allegiant is, is 65,000. Somebody just messaged VegasFaceMask.com, and I don't know if I do this, you can't. Yeah, if I do that, my stream stops. Whoever just messaged us on VegasFaceMask.com, I appreciate you. I will get back with you after the stream if Caroline doesn't. The lights are long in Vegas. They are. Because it's, the traffic precedent goes to Las Vegas Boulevard north-south. There's some lights out here like Harmon. If you're on Harmon and you don't press the pedestrian walk, it never goes. It never goes. You'd be sitting there wondering why the light hasn't changed. You have to press the walk signal for the walk signal to even work. This is one of my favorite billboards I've ever seen in Las Vegas. This is a billboard for Billie Eilish, and it's actually old neon, it looks like. And I don't know if it is old neon, but it certainly looks like it is. But anyways, we're going to go to West Tropicana. Probably won't see anything. Don't get all excited. We're not exploiting these people. I'm just showing you where those ladies of the night go. So you guys can have an idea if what you're seeing is what you're seeing. We were in Hawthorne, California, And there was this little place in Hawthorne where there was obviously like a storefront that looked completely closed. And this lady, all dressed in tight clothes with a little expensive purse, looks around, knocks on the window, the door, it's all blacked out. She goes in. She goes in after looking left and right, like if anybody's looking at her. And then I go up and I noticed that there was a heart spray painted on the side of the building. And I'm like, okay, I'm imagining what's happening in that thing. Whoa. Huge dip there, dude. Wow. I'm like, okay, I know what's going on there. I don't know. I mean, I never noticed the lights were long until you guys just pointed that out, really. It didn't seem like it was particularly long for me. So, you know. Ladies of the night are in the Denny's at the Wild Wild West, too. Well, we're not going in. We're just driving past. Let's see here. Orleans or Seagull Suites? Orleans. Don't go to the Seagull Suites. Oh, you're okay. You're saying by the Orleans. I mean, we'll drive all the way up to the Orleans. Why not? No big deal. We'll get off the strip here. We'll show you some more pedestrian, regular Las Vegas. Turn my AC off. It won't sound as bad. World's oldest profession. Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of land that was supposed to be developed out near the Orleans, too, across the street from it. That was never, ever done. Never finished. They were going to build some giant condo towers out there, but now it just sits blank. Who knows if it'll ever be developed. Maybe in time. You're like my personal taxi driver. I wonder if you invalidate your car insurance by streaming while driving. I don't know. I don't think so. It's hands-free. I'm not operating a phone while I'm doing this. So it's just in my periphery, and my hands and my face is fixed on this thing while I'm driving. So, I mean, look, people have dash cams all the time, don't they? You know? All right, so either there's an event at T-Mobile tonight or somebody's just being pulled over here. This is West Tropicana. As I mentioned, this interchange is incredibly busy. It's one of the oldest ones it's one of the oldest ones in the city, because this used to be southernmost stop, right? First major entry into the strip is right here. Yeah, they're just pulling people over. Boy. So Mike Akers for the Review Journal. Well, that's some good reporting you did, you know? Pay your respects October 1st for 4-year anniversary of the Route 66. David, I don't know if you've been watching my channel, buddy. I did that the last 2 years. I don't plan on not doing it this year. Oh no, they're not pulling people over. Is UFC tonight? I really thought it was last night. So many events. Yeah, this is just the traffic control. So there you go. Yeah, the last 2 October 1sts. I think I know what I'm going to do this year for it. I don't do a monetized video that day. We just stop and remember the people that lost their lives. For whatever reason, I'm the only one in Vegas that does it. But it bothered me a whole lot that such a monster could exist. And nobody else does it. Hopefully they start to do it, because I think everybody should stop and pause and think about those people that came out here for cheap buffets and, you know, entertainment, and ended up not leaving, and all the families that were lost, you know, torn apart. The families were just devastated. So yeah, we'll do that on October 1st. I have an idea in my head about what I'm going to do, or what I'm going to do and how I'm going to do it. But I'm not there yet. The idea is not finalized. My friend David Moore is just crying because he thinks he is muted or blocked. I have no idea if my moderators haven't blocked anybody. If he wants to email me, Stephen J, the letter J, Stephen, S-T-E-V-E-N, the letter J, at notleavinglasvegas.com, then I'll look into it. Sometimes people get blocked. I don't know why, but they do, and my moderators have gotten a lot more looser, and they're the best moderators on all of YouTube, and I love all of them. But sometimes things happen by accident as well. It's easy to block somebody by accident when you're trying to just maybe moderate or time them out. So he can email me, and I'll get to the bottom of it, and I'll fix it. And also, moderators, if you know, Steve D, if you want to text me if you know anything about that. So this is the Wild Wild West. We actually stayed here once. The rooms are nice. They're really nice. But you got that element, you know. I'm running out of words, to be honest with you guys. We just passed the In-N-Out Burger where we did a mukbang type video. Once the guy kept yelling at me on the stream, sitting behind me, screaming, thought I was talking to myself, I think. So budget suites. I mean, these are just little hotels where people live weekly, monthly, but I don't recommend you live there. Liquor stores, adult stores. But these adult stores, I'm going to tell you, this chain of adult stores has some of the best mural artwork on it that you'll ever see. It's just very strange to see it. Can I go inside where? The Wild Wild West? No, I cannot. There's an alcohol distributorship up here. There was a Southwest Gas place, another budget suites, another adult store. So you get an idea. It's not a bad street to walk on. You're probably not going to lose all your jewelry, but you know, yeah. So there is a store up here I'm going to show you before we get out of this area called the International Marketplace. And if you're driving in here from California, you probably laugh at it because California is so international. But if you're flying back home and you can take a few things with you, if you have any foodstuffs and your family, like, so say you're Polish or you're Russian or you're English, well, if you're English, but you live in America or you're Canadian, you want to get some chocolate you can't get back home or anywhere else in America, you go to the International Marketplace. A lot of Asian food too, my God. Or if you're just in town and you're a Vegas local and you want to buy seafood for a good price, you come out to this place as well. And I'll show you that as well, this area over here. Driving on Flamingo. So right now we're driving on actually West Tropicana. We're on West Tropicana. I think the shuttle bus is to the strip. Oh yeah, there you go. They sell the best flavored lubes. Okay. Vancouver is very international. You can find anything here. That's true. Vancouver is a huge contingent of people, especially from the Pacific Rim countries. Are we there yet, James? I don't know where we're going, so you tell me, buddy. Can we go into In-N-Out? Not right now. I was told not to buy fast food after the stream. I was told not to buy fast food after the stream. Last night I ordered Papa John's. We were in San Diego and Point Loma, and I tried to buy pizza, and it was terrible. I won't even tell you the name of the place. It was a horrible pizza place. I paid way too much money for a small 10-inch pizza. I asked them to put our regular, which is pepperoni, green peppers, and pineapples on it. They chunked up. The green peppers were like 2 inches big. Who does that on a 10-inch pizza? And the pineapples were massive. It's stupid. So I was craving, and Papa John's closes their delivery at 9, or closes their pickup at 9:40 at night. So I had to do delivery. It was DoorDash. Made sure to tip the lady. But yeah, I was told not to buy fast food after the stream. So that's what I'm getting to at. So yeah, this Home Depot is one of the most pilfered behind these banks here. This is one of the most stolen from Home Depots in the city right here. There's always cops at this place. Robert, thank you so much. Robert Filan, you win. Biggest super chat of the night tonight, by the way, Robert. Thank you so much. Everybody, though, I do appreciate your super chats, big or small, or just the size of Montreal. I don't know if you guys know that saying. Trick or treat. Smell my feet, give me something good to eat. Not too big, not too small, just the size of Montreal. Thank you so much, Robert. I like a whole pineapple. Well, I mean, that's our favorite pizza. Papa John's has this shack pizza. It's like New York style. Really good. The dough is perfectly, the crust, oh my God. I want to eat it again, but I can't because I was told not to by the wife. And I'm whipped, happily whipped. So the International Marketplace, they're closed. We can't go inside because they close at like 6 o'clock every night. They're not even open on Sundays. But if you're ever in Vegas, I really do urge you to come check this place out. It's not too far off the strip, as you can see. You could safely come up here in the daytime. Just take the Tropicana westbound bus, and it'll be this a place right here. And it's in a little neat area. And then you can go check out the Orleans, have some oysters at Big Al's Oyster Bar. Go to a movie across the street. They have bowling alleys. They have everything over there. But there you go. That has been 135 minutes on the strip. We're in a 2001 RAV4 with bad shocks that bounces around like a beast, like a demon. All right, so what do you guys think? If you lived here, this is the kind of places you'd be going to. Tell me your comments below. I'd like to hear those comments. If you're watching after the stream and you got this far, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to check out our channel sponsor, P9 Magazine, over on Instagram. There's no gun show. Roar. If you have harsh overhead lighting, you can see there's no gun show. I'm all lean, which means I'm not full of water, but I'm getting my water weight back. Yeah, that's driving around into North Las Vegas. It's driving around into the seediest part near the strip that you don't ever want to go to. We're not doing Instagram tonight because I got to get home. I have videos that I have to edit. Besides, Instagram wouldn't care about seeing this part of Vegas. Hit the weights. Yeah, right. I don't go to the gym enough. Every day almost. I fasted since last night at 11 o'clock. So how many hours is that? 11 to 11 is 24, 23. So 21 and a half hours fasted almost. Yeah, thanks for the stream. Stay safe. Keep them cap guns holstered. Enjoy the driving stream. Check out VegasFaceMask.com, no S at the end, if you guys want to check that out. You guys can do that. If you want a stupid novelty shirt that says I'm vaccinated, you could even put your lot number on it if you wanted to. I make those at I'm Vaxxed, VAXXED-shirt.com, nllvgear.com. Check us out on Instagram. We're not streaming Instagram tonight, but it'd be good if you guys did that too. If you're not on Instagram, I understand. There you go. Thanks for watching, sharing, liking. I appreciate every single one of you. And sorry I got so contemplative back there, but life is different and life is always changing. And just have some faith that if you want to do something, you can do it. And don't let anybody tell you that you can't. All right. I love you guys. 3, 2, 1, and click.